Jdubz, and this should be an interesting matchup. Chrom and Joker, two very enjoyable characters to watch. See how this goes. Be starting on PS2 now, and both players kind of just dropping down to the middle of the stage, swinging around their blades. Not really connecting too much. But now it's Ackerman's turn to rack up the damage. 41% now. Let's see how long Ackerman can go unanswered. They're kind of just, playing around each other right now. And there you go. Jdubz is going to respond with a nice little string of up airs. Even catching with a nice aerial there. The escape option, which is quite nice. 50 to 50 basically now. Jdubz and Ackerman are looking pretty evenly matched as I'm speaking. Soon Arsene's going to be coming in for Jdubz, and that could be something that changes the tides of this game, something as... Ooh, okay, that was interesting there. Jdubz was expecting Ackerman to go for the low recovery, which I actually... I would have thought that he'd predict going upwards, seeing as, Chrom does not want to be against that counter recovering low. You see, like, even going for the air dodge there once again. That's something that Chrom needs to really watch out for in this matchup is Joker's down beam. There's a lot to watch out for, don't get me wrong, but on stage Chrom can really put up a good fight, but that down beam, whether it's with Arsene or without, is just fatal to Chrom. And you see once again Ackerman's air dodging to stage, and well, to ledge rather I should be saying, and I'm wondering if Jdubz is gonna punish that. Luckily not getting hit by the drag down of the uppie. That would have been an unfortunate stock, but at 100% it's not too early to die. It doesn't feel as much of a robbery when you're dying at that percent. Once again, these players are quite even, and that F tilt almost takes the stock. Is Ackerman gonna ledge trap well here? Let's see. The neutral get up. Good job though, catching it with the F tilt, I do believe. And that's gonna be the first stock to Ackerman. Let's see how much percentage you can rack up on Jdubz now. That up B is a little precarious. While landing on the platform though, did allow Ackerman to avoid any real damage. Getting grabbed by Joker is not going to mean death here. Even then, you see, there you go, punishing the air dodge, but not such an optimal punish, and that's going to kind of cost Jdubz here, like, more percentage than they could have afforded, And Ackerman kind of just throwing out the fares, recovering the stage, and scaring Jdubz away. I think there are a few missed opportunities here. Not to say that Jdubz hasn't been doing well, generally speaking. But Ackerman's getting away with a lot off stage as Chrom, and that's something you don't want to be seeing when you're against Chrom. That's where he suffers, right? It's okay though. Ackerman was able to rack up 54%. Oh my goodness, the charge, that F smash. You watched him wind that shit up, and you still got hit by it. Come on now, Jdubz. I'm expecting better from you, but it's alright. These things happen, and this is why Smash Bros is what it is. You kind of gotta expect the unexpected, right? Now at a pretty fresh stock lead, Ackerman's looking a little bit more comfortable in play as well. Swinging around the swords still, and to say, like, they're kind of just trying to get a feel of what they're doing in the situation. At least that's what I'd like to believe. Then again, they could just be swinging, and it doesn't matter. The jab, no follow up there, and the side B. That was a good little string from Jdubz, getting Ackerman off stage. But again, it just really, you got to capitalize on Chrom off stage. To just kind of leave this battle on stage is not ideal. But now it's 1 stock to 1. That was a good F smash, catching Ackerman's. Only 80%. I say only 80%, but being the powerhouse that Chrom is when it comes to offense, you don't want to be at this high percentage. But Joker's got some good strings, and Arsene is on his way. Only 70%, 75% deficit, rather, I should say. A little bit more than that now, but these things happen when you're commentating live. Just 39 on Jdubz. I feel like Jdubz has got to be a little bit more aggressive, or actually rather, over aggression might not be good in this situation, but to be wary and you really just take the opportunities that you're given, right? It's not about pushing too hard, but when you do, go in, don't let them breathe, especially when you have Arsene like this, because now unfortunately, bam, it's gone, and it will be a little bit more difficult to kill. Though as I've said, I think multiple times in this first game, you can't really count Jdubz out here. All he needs is a good, edge guard. But who am I to say, except for the commentator that's watching the game from the outside? And the F-tilt's going to take the stock. That's Ackerman's first game. I will give it to Jdubz, though. Brought it a little closer near the end and showed some improvement. So I'm curious to see how the game 2 is going to go. (1-0). Ackerman leads the set, which, means a lot when you're looking at best of 3 situations. There's not as much time to adapt in these situations. You're a little nervous. You kind of have to win the next 2 games or else you lose. That's the thing is, on top of all this, you're basically forced to quote-unquote reverse 2-0 someone. And, in a best of 3, it doesn't mean as much, I guess, in the comeback sense. But the pressure's on nonetheless. You cannot mess up. Yo, what's up, Charlotte711? Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are enjoying these sets, and hope everyone is, actually. While we're in between games, if I can quickly mention it, guys, this season is sponsored by Metafy. If you don't know what Metafy is, you should really check it out. Let me see. I believe there's a Metafy command. Yes, get coached by the people who kick your ass. Basically, man, if you want to improve as a player, you're gonna learn from some of the best. That's really essential. People really underestimate the insight that a pro player or just good player can give you. Nonetheless, we're getting started already. Ackerman charging that F smash. My goodness, that thing was charging for long. And that was a good little string once again by Jdubz. I find actually that they've been bringing Ackerman off to the left quite often, perhaps just a matter of comfort. Good job catching the air dodge with the side beam. Oh, trying to do the fair one into the grab, but it's not going to confirm. But Jdubz has that lead, which was not there last time. Let's see if the counter. No, you see, so what we're seeing here is the counter, yes, of course, is fantastic against Chrom, but Chrom knows that. Ackerman knows this, and going for the roll read, gonna miss it, unfortunately, the wrong way. But the idea was there. As I was saying, yes, you want to be countering, but you also have to keep in mind that your opponent understands their weakness off stage. So these air dodges are going just unpunished, and it's costing Jdubz. Though at the moment, I will say Jdubz is doing quite well, fantastically. And as I said, in that last, ooh, okay, little jab block combo, 30%. Jdubz really is showing a little bit better understanding of how to play around Ackerman right now, and doing quite well for himself. All right, so we got a good amount of damage being brought onto Ackerman while Jdubz holds on to it. And as I say that, of course, Ackerman is gonna be a 46. 55, well, 65 now. Ackerman is still behind, but while only a % deficit, it doesn't mean too much. Let's see what these players can do. Also, guys, while let me save it for later. I was gonna say something, but I will save it for after this set is done. Ackerman right now got Joker off stage. That's good, but don't know what you're gonna do about that. Sorry, guys. You're gonna have to give me a moment. All right, so Ackerman versus Jdubz. Jdubz is showing a lot of improvement since the last game, now having the stock lead rather than the deficit that we saw in the last one. Now, you may call me Captain Obvious, but if you guys are tuning in a little late, then I think it's important just for you to understand the importance of Jdubz winning. And honestly, it's interesting because I think really what Jdubz has improved during this is more the ground game. Not really still taking advantage too much of the edge guarding and misreading, unfortunately, what Ackerman's going to be doing often opting to cover the lower recovery. But just the ground game is fantastic from Jdubz right now, beating out Ackerman. It just goes to show that, you know, there's a significant level of improvement. And, you know, and Ackerman can't be mad about losing this game because of the fact that, oh, man, ain't no way. Jdubz, you know what? Good job, Ackerman, but, man, Jdubz got robbed. That was, there's got to be salt. Yeah.